So we're just leaving
After 100 meters, turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
so we're just leaving Margaret River and the petrol station we've just been to, which I'm not used to paying that type of way. It's one of those credit cards machines. You
Turn right. Then, at the end of the road, turn right.
you guesstimate how much fuel you're going to use and then put it in. We had that sort of palaver actually up on our north trip, didn't we? Monkey Maya. Oh, and there was that other one which we abandoned as well, wasn't there? That one we drove into when it was a funny one and we just turned back out on that road, on that Carnarvon.
But it was maybe high flow diesel, which is a bit much for us, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, so I've just put in $50. Guesstimated I was going to use $50. Didn't think I'd use $50, but I did. So it stops at $50 and that's it. So pretty straightforward.
Right.
So we have a wet day. It's just been drizzling all morning. So it's a wet day, been raining all morning, just drizzling, and it's pretty much set for this all day really. But we're going to be making our way to Nannup, a town approximately 72 kilometres from Margaret River in an easterly direction.
After 500 meters, go right on the roundabout. Third exit.
But the weather plays a significant part of how your day pans out, as in what you would do. We won't be going anywhere really once we get to Nannup. It's definitely an indoors day. We'll be taking Bronte out for a walk, for her walks, but apart from that, I think we'll be staying indoors.
We'll have a look round Nannup.
We'll stay in there overnight, aren't we?
Go right on
We
the
don't know
roundabout.
yet, they haven't got back
Third
to us.
exit.
Tomorrow's raining, it's all week then. Rain, rain, rain.
It's
That was
raining.
Nannup. That was Nannup there.
Yeah, but that's not the one with the sat nav. So, following sat navs, is this the right way? It
Follow
will
sign
be.
that says Nannup.
Yeah, but that could be through a different type of road sequence. We turn left 2.3 kilometres. This supposedly would be the quicker way. What do you people do when it comes to sat navs? Do you just follow it religiously? Or do you think, well, the sign's saying that way, I'm going to go by the sign?
I use my common sense and I don't follow religiously.
I follow them religiously. Obviously, don't turn off somewhere where it says turn and you shouldn't be turning, but I tend to follow them. Horrible weather. So it's not always rainbows and butterflies. It's sometimes grey clouds and wet weather. So I think that was much of a muchness really. It was an either or, either go straight through round up this road and in, or straight through along this road and in. Stella Bella. We've been here before, haven't we? So that's a winery over there called Stella Bella. We had lunch there, didn't we? Or did we? We had some
Anniversary
nibbles.
lunch.
Yeah.
We took a picnic, and we got wine there, didn't we?
Yeah. The weather was nice when we had our anniversary, and it was a lovely sit out.
That was last year.
Last year, yeah. Feels a bit longer than that, really. A couple of years or so.
And then in the evening we went to Morris.
Yes, yeah. And Morris is a restaurant in Margaret River itself.
That was LBB.
LBV,
LBB.
what's that?
Life Before Bronte.
Yes. When we were free. I call it BB, before Bronte. So this is more scenic. It's just stopped raining just before we turned into this road here. It's quite nice. It's just a shame the sun isn't shining.
And the purpley blue shrubs, I did try and look up in my Australian wildflower book, but I couldn't find them.
You couldn't find them. So yeah, these purple shrubs, as they go by, these purple flowers on these shrubs. The camera probably doesn't pick it up at this speed. Catherine has an Australian book of, is it flowers or wildlife as well? Is it
It's
both?
wildlife. Got wildlife, so trees, shrubs, plants. Got birds, animals.
Yeah, so it's very
reptiles.
informative. Yeah, it's good. Sometimes you see a bird that you've not recognised before, and you check it out on that book, and you'll learn all about it.
So I'll just have to go to good old Google.
Yeah.
I think I briefly did try.
So once we set off, I did mention we were about 72 kilometres away from this Nannup town. But we were going to stop before getting there, potentially staying overnight as an in-between area. But I was thinking, whilst it's not the best of days really, we may as well be in the motorhome making our way to somewhere we was intending to go to maybe 2 days later or a day or so later. So I reckon is we may as well just do it now. I'd rather be in a town where there's shops and things to do rather than be potentially free camping in a lay-by somewhere, very quiet, with not much going on around it. Did you warm to that idea?
Well, there's no point going even further to get towards Nannup when the day's not very nice, is there?
So opposite to what I've just said.
No. I just said there isn't any point going further. We were going to go further south and take a longer route to where we're going, weren't we? So we're taking a quicker route, aren't we?
This was the route I was initially taking anyhow.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right.
So the sat-nav, TomTom app, it had two routes. The other one Catherine mentioned was the longer route. I set it for the quicker route.
Auntie's like chicken licking. She thinks the sky's going to fall in. Oh yeah.
overhang.
You have to go overhangs, do you, Bronte?
The road gets a bit bumpy. She don't like the bump, but it makes her look upwards, and she sees the overhang, and then she's a bit uncomfortable with it. Then she'll settle again though. We just think that when she was in the dog kennels, Bronte was a show dog for a couple of years. She's a pedigree Lakeland Terrier, and stayed in the kennels where she lived for 4.5 years before we went and introduced her into our family. So we just wonder where she was before, that there was some storm or something, and you know, thunderstorms, loud bangs and cracks, and maybe something did collapse nearby or around her, and that's why she's a little bit uncomfortable when we were driving. But she's definitely improved. She is getting better.
She isn't uncomfortable when we're driving per se. It's
The banks.
the
And then,
banks,
yeah,
it's the
and then
noise.
she looks at
it's
the overhang
noise.
and she gets it settled. Look at that out there. Grey as towards the left. Well, straight ahead and to the right. Is it last orders at the bar?
Yeah. He's making adjustments to his driving for the wet road, isn't he?
Yeah. Driving slower than what he normally does. There's a few clowns on the road we've discovered so far on this trip. So we're due to get to Nannup for 11:15 with another 56 kilometres to go, and it's just after 10:30. So we're roughly 3/4 of an hour. I know that'll be roughly an hour. The sat-nav suggests the speeds or the time it'll take if you're travelling the top speeds for those roads you're travelling on. We're obviously significantly slower than that, so I always add on a fair few extra minutes for my guesstimate when we're going to get there. Nice old country general store there. And going back to what I was saying about the setup, I will set. Watch out though. Wow. You know when I was saying about these clowns on the roads? So going back to this setup, assuming it's not throwing it down. I'll do it later if it's raining. Any sane person back there in that blue car would have stopped, let me pass by, and then reversed out. She's reversing out onto the main road as well. Yes, she's reversing into her lane, but I don't know if she's going to reverse straight out, coming out into this lane as well. Common etiquette. Some nice oak trees here. These are oak, aren't they? On the left. That's oak, isn't it? No?
No,
Oh wow.
sort of pine.
Oak pine trees.
New species.
Yeah. Newly discovered.
It's the
Or you're going to name it, yeah.
yeah.
The Catherine Bronte oak tree. I'll stay out of it.
We've always said it looks a lot like England down here, and I think we've got the English weather
Yeah.
today.
Yeah. It doesn't look as scenic and picturesque somehow, does it?
Still nice. There's a lot of kangaroos over there.
What see?
Yeah.
Is it me over there?
No.
There were some kangaroos over there. Just say we want. Some buffalo. There were some alpacas. There were some elephants. Oh look, Lady Godiva.
Oh, like a hedgehog, isn't it?
It looked like a rabbit to me. Yeah. They look quite fluffy.
Maybe it was this wet fur making it look spiky.
Maybe. But when we were in Tasmania a few years ago, we weren't motorhoming then. We were just on a road trip in the car with Catherine's mum, myself and Catherine. This was BB before Bronte. And Tasmania, the roads around there, there seem to be so much roadkill, more than what we see here in Australia.
It was shocking, wasn't it, really?
Yeah.
They obviously got a lot of wildlife in Tasmania, that's
yeah.
what I'd say.
Yeah, just like now you say, oh look, there's a kangaroo, and the next thing there's a possum, and or whatever we were seeing, fox. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
In fact, we saw a truck, didn't we? I reckon that was not too far off Launceston, picking up the roadkill one day.
What, like there's a council
Like
service?
I don't know. I think it was the local cafe guy.
Hedgehog butties. Do you want barbecue sauce with that?
All along here, a lot's down south. I would think it's classed as a weed, is Mombretia, which is an English. They've been,
Also left and right.
yeah, left and right, been introduced by the English.
We had rather a large Mombretia outside one of our homes back in England, didn't we? That used to flower, it was quite nice. So they're deemed as a weed here then?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And a weed, if people don't know, is an unwanted plant. Even I knew that.
A lot of little ducks.
There's some
around
ducks there.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Cows?
Don't start that again.
Well,
Giraffes, mongoose.
yeah, but people could have seen there were cows going past there. It's a nice avenue of trees down here. So it could well be an afternoon of reading. Well, for me as well, editing this video as well. What's your plans for the afternoon, Catherine?
Gonna have a look round Nannup when we get there. Today is a public holiday in Australia, isn't it? Queen's birthday.
Mom, thank you for the holiday here in Western Australia. Happy birthday.
Is that a proper one then? Because isn't it June, choking of the colour, for Queen's birthday?
Yeah, I think June is a proper birthday, isn't it? This one's just a greedy second grab at getting birthday presents one, isn't
No,
it?
I'm thinking this would be the proper one.
Is it? Well, what's the June one then? If we're trooping the colour, what would that be
It's
about?
the official one. Google it, Google it.
So my birthday, that's my official birthday. But if I had two birthdays, my birthday would be the official one. whatever. Well, yes, we'll have a look around Nannup if it's not raining, which pretty much is going to be raining until the late afternoon. That's why I'm thinking we're going to be stuck indoors.
We have things called umbrellas.
Receipts on the floor. Don't tell me I didn't give you that receipt. Made a fallout about receipts a while ago on the North trip. I give her receipts, she said I didn't give her them. That's how they disappear. They fall on the floor, she gets out, they blow away, she blames me for not giving it to her.
They have a powered site. $37 if we're seniors, $42 if we're not.
And we're not seniors yet.
Are we booking in?
Excuse me. How much was it? $42? $42 a night?
Yeah.
That's for two of us though.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's powered site. We stopped at the Olive Branch Tree, Olive Grove Campstay Farmyard place, which is actually just Olive Hill Farm, and that was $20 per night for two people, and that was totally unpowered, and just to stay, well, you know, stay there. No services. So $21 each. Oh, it's $21 each a night, isn't it then? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's double. So it's okay, it's quite expensive then. Yeah, still go for it though. We've been free camping. Not
The week,
necessarily.
the first week.
Yeah, it's for the first week. But that's not necessarily meaning it's free of charge camping as such. It also means it's free camping as in you're free from the grid as such, so you're self-sufficient. Plus it's free. You alright, Bronzy girl? Yes, good girl. It's a little bit noisy, isn't it, darling? Who doesn't talk to their dogs? One thing I didn't do, I said I would do before I set off, was check the bikes, the rack. So on this trip we've brought our bicycles, and we have a rack at the back, so we've put them on the rack at the back. We haven't put any cover over them. We thought it was going to be quite dry weather. So this morning I was just going to check on them just to make sure they were still strapped on well and firm. They will be, I was just going to double check. The thing is that we have a lock, so I've locked them together, but I said to Catherine actually I should have locked them together and also in amongst the framework of the holder, so everything's chained up and locked together. So someone could actually unstrap those straps and lift both bikes off and they'll be locked together, the bikes, but they could take them off. So I said to Catherine, "Oh, I've got the key, I'll just sort them out." And that's when we realised we'd left the key for the lock for the bicycles back at home. So our kind neighbour, Peter, he's going to, or has sent them on to us via express post. So we expect getting them in the next couple of days. Today's been a bank holiday, so there's no postal services. So we anticipate Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday, we'll get these keys. And then we can do the readjustments on the lock.
It's like a roller coaster.
Yeah, it's a nice stretch of road along here with the nice trees and shrubs and bush at the sides. It stopped raining